Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm filming a different video. Today I'm filming a Notion tour because some weeks ago I watched Amanda's video about Notion and I was really interested and I wanted to try it for myself. But she always talked about team Notion, so when you have a team and then you use Notion and you can use it together, but I'm just using it alone, so I watched a lot more YouTube videos, and for the past few days and nights it feels like I have been either watching YouTube videos about Notion or I was working on my own Notion. And I'm really proud of how it turned out, and it gave me a lot of better structure and it made me a lot more productive and it gave me a lot of joy and happiness, and I wanted to share that with you. So, shall we start? So, welcome to my homepage. I will just let you look through it a little before I explain everything in depth. I think that makes more sense than just going into everything at first. So I'm just gonna let you look through it so you have an overview of what my homepage even looks like. So that's everything for the homepage already. So back to the top. I have a cover. It's just a bed, because that's what I associate with home. So I just have named it Home Sweet Home. Then I have a quote from Vincent van Gogh. You may have also noticed I made everything yellow. So first up we have cooking with my recipes. There I have to mention some pages I used from Twirling Pages. I think that's how she called, but I will also link her channel below. And the first one was in her template, and just I kept it in because maybe I will try this recipe someday. Then all the others are my recipes, and I can open them up and then it shows me what ingredients I need and the instructions how to do it. And for some of them I also have a link. The first link already was there, and for the other two, those are actually YouTube videos that are on my channel. I can link them if you want to. And then I also just have tags if it's dinner, lunch, breakfast, if it's easy, if it's healthy, or if it's just a dessert or something like that. And that's pretty much all that there is to this page. So back to the homepage. Next up is my goals. There I also just have a cover page. I actually just have 5 goals, but the page looked so empty with just those 5. So I just added some more numbers so I can maybe write down more goals or goals for next year or something. And I also have a quote here that I really like and I think it's motivating for me. There I just have my goals. I always have just a title there, and then I can open it up and then I have a section for the result and steps to take to reach that goal. That's everything that's to this page. After the goals I have travel plans. That's also not really interesting because that's just a finished template. In Notion you can choose templates. They have a lot of them already, so you can just use it for yourself. And there also was the travel planner, I think, somewhere. It's not this exact one, but similar to it. And I just used that one because I don't even know if I need a travel plan, because I don't travel much, for sure not in a pandemic, and I also didn't travel much before, so I don't know if I will really use it, but in case I need it, I have it. So we can close that, we don't need it right now. Then after that I have a section for media. First up I have TV shows, because I need a lot of space for that, because I watch way too many. I also have a lot written down. First up I have what I want to watch, then I have what I'm watching right now, what I have watched, and what I want to rewatch. For watching and watched I have subpages. By watching I don't have anything in it, and for watched I have Shadow and Bone inside because it was published recently and I just had to watch it because I really love the Six of Crows duology, and I got really excited when I heard that they would be inside this TV show, and of course I had to watch it. So I just made some notes, wrote down some quotes, some loose thoughts, and everything like that. I also have a GIF, I don't know how to pronounce it. Then that's it for the TV shows. Now I have also a page for movies. That's pretty much the same as the TV show one, but I didn't include watching here because I didn't think it would make sense, because mostly when you start a movie you also finish it at the same time. But I also have want to watch, watched, and rewatch. And I also have a subpage for watched. There I also have something inside, because actually yesterday I watched Love and Monsters. I just had to watch it because Dylan O'Brien was starring in it, and Netflix always showed me the trailer and it looked really interesting, so I just had to watch it, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed it. And I also just made some quotes, some notes. I also really liked the aspect that there was drawing included, because Dylan O'Brien as Joel was a little artist, I think I could say, and his drawings were very cool and I really liked them, and I thought it gave it a nice touch. And there also was a dog, so what more could you want? So that's it to the movies as well. After TV shows and movies I have music, but I also don't have much here. I just have the different sources of music. I have Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Thematic. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's where I get free YouTube music and copyright YouTube music, so most of my songs are from there. The only one I have something inside is Spotify. There I just have 3 of my playlists, but I also don't really use that much. And then next up is everything book related. There first up I have a reading list. There I have what I'm currently reading and what I want to read. That's also just more of the books I don't have yet. Not the books I have and I want to read, but the books I want to buy and to read. There I have my reading directory. There I can choose different options. This is all my books. There you can also see if I read it, if I'm reading it, the author, the title, what format it has, what I rated it, when I started it, when I finished it, and everything. But I can also use only this year. And there I can see very clearly what I read and what I still have to read. Then I also have a subpage for every book I own and if I ever read it. So those are all my books. There at the bottom you can see I have 136 books. I think I actually have more because I didn't finish writing everything down yet. And there I just can check if I have read it or if I haven't read it. Or if I just wanna see what I still need to read or what's on my to be read, I can then just choose not read, and then I have all the books I haven't read yet. And that's everything I have for books or for book related. Actually, that's not true. I also have my reading journal, but I don't use it a lot because I just have a reading journal because our German teacher told us to have a reading journal. If you wonder what a reading journal even is, it's just a journal where you write down what you've read, who's the author, when it was published, if you liked it, or stuff like that. But I already have it as InDesign format, and I also have a real life paper journal for it, so I'm not really sure if I even need it in my Notion as well. I also haven't wrote anything down. I just have Le Bardugos, Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, but there also isn't anything inside yet. That's everything to that page. Then we get into the second section. There I have a little poem and a song. The poem is called Yellow because my homepage is yellow and I thought it would be fitting. So I just googled yellow poem. I also hyperlinked it here. I just really liked it and I thought it would be a nice touch. Then I also have a song that's just Yellow from Coldplay. I think most of you already know that song, so I'm not gonna click on it. Then I also have a section for work, but I actually can't work right now because of the pandemic. But I still have everything planned out when I need it again. So that's just my work. There I can just write down when I would have to work, what time I would have to work, and under that I have an Excel page where I can write down how much I earn because I will get paid per hour, so I can just write down how many hours I worked, how much money I have per hour and how much I have overall. Then there is a little quote, and I also have space for internships because for my school I will need internships to finish it, but I don't need it now, or I just don't need it yet. But I also just took a template from Notion itself here, and I thought it would be really helpful, and I also like how it's structured. So that's also a page I'm not using a lot now, but I will in the future probably. Then after work, this is the section that is the most important, I think. This and YouTube are the most important ones, I would say. Those are the ones I use the most and that helped me the most. Let's go into school. I organized it by subjects. I have my main subjects, my fashion subjects. I go to fashion school, so those are actually, you can say, are also main subjects, or just those are the most important subjects, I think. I really should have good grades for them. I mean, I should have good grades overall, but those are the most important ones. I can also just go into some of it, so that's German. They pretty much all look the same. I always have a picture, homework, exams and grades. Grades just looks like that. What it was, what date it was, what topic and what grade did I get. Then I can go in another one, that's math. There it looks pretty much the same. In English it looks a little different because I had an exam recently and there I just put everything I need to know, so I will quickly find it. Or there, that's accounting, I also had an exam there, so I just wrote down everything I need to know, everything I need to study. Notion is really helpful for that because you can make lists and calendars and subpages and you can have everything in a place. And I also have a section for links. I don't think I need to explain them. Those are just school related links, so I can find everything quickly. I also have school data, my school login, so what name I have in school and what my school email is, but I'm not gonna show it because it says in which school I'm going. There it just says that I need a letter for parking, and I went to the secretary last year in October to get that letter, but I still haven't got it, so I just park somewhere else now. Then here's general. Here I have an overview for school, that's the same as this is at the bottom. Those are the same, but this one is small and this one is big. But the big one I never really use because the small one is enough for me. There I can just write down if I have something I need to remember, if I have an assignment, if I have homework, if I have an exam, what I have to do and what subject it is, and also a calendar so that I know when I have to be in school, when I have to be at home, when I have free. It's also good, this calendar, because it tells me the day it's on, and the list doesn't tell me what day it is, it just tells me the date. See there, it doesn't say if it's Monday or if it's Tuesday or another day, and therefore I also use a calendar. And that's everything I have for school. Then after school I have my email addresses. I just wrote down gmail.com because I don't want you to know my email addresses. Yeah, I just wrote it down so I have them all in one place, because I think I have 4 emails or something like that. And then after that comes personal. First up we have poetry, because I really like writing and I thought typewriters would be really fitting. I really like typewriters. Yeah, I just really like them, and I also own 2 typewriters. There I just have a link to my 2021 poems, that's also in InDesign format. Then I have what inspires me to write, and I have some links to my poetry. I have 2 Instagram accounts and a Tumblr account, but I can't show them because they are also linked to my private Instagram, and I would like to keep it private. Then after poetry comes my YouTube, that's also a big one I think. There I have Oldtimer as cover, because I also really like old-timers. I think that's my dad's fault because he's really into old-timers. There I also have a quote from Van Gogh, because I really like Van Gogh and his quotes. Then I have a picture here. I have all the links that are important for my YouTube, so my email, YouTube, Instagram, everything. My YouTube itself, I can just click on it and I will get to my channel. Then I also have a page for my video subjects, or my video ideas, however you want to call it, and for my content planner. In my video subjects I just have different categories. For example, fashion, I can click on it and then it shows me all the ideas I have. But in some of them there isn't even anything in it because I didn't write something down yet or didn't have an idea. And then after that, my content planner. I use this a lot. It's really helping me. This is the video from last week. So I just put in it's completed and archived. There I can always write down what format it is, so if it's YouTube, a blog, Instagram, other, a TikTok, but I mostly use it for YouTube because I don't think for the other ones I need that much planning. I can write down the filming date, additional info like a second filming date if the first one doesn't work, or if it requires something special, then the publishing date and what category it is, if it's fashion, nature or other stuff. I also have the video I'm filming right now there. It's my Notion tour, so I can open it and then it tells me what I have to do. So like I have title ideas, I have keywords, I have research notes, script, description. I don't have it for this video because it's more of a freestyle video and not as much a planned video. And I also have what I want to film. So I want to film an intro, my Notion tour, and I also added some other stuff. I can use it as a calendar. So Saturday is my publishing day, so I have something every Saturday, or at least most of the Saturdays, so I know what I'm working on and what I have to finish. I just think that's very handy about Notion, that you can view everything how you need it. It's just very helpful. But that's everything to my YouTube page. Let's look at the next thing. The next thing is journals. Also don't have much in there. I just have a quote. I have 2 pictures and 2 journals, but I don't use this journal much. I pretty much only use this one. It's my dream journal. I also have this in paper form, but I thought it would be nice to have it here as well. That's also why I only have 2 inside by now, because I didn't add the other ones yet. So there I just write down what it is. So it's a dream, that's obvious I think. Then I write down when I had the dream and what the overall theme of the dream was. And then I can open it up, and there I wrote down the whole dream, and I have a lot of strange dreams. My dreams are usually more like a story than a short dream. Maybe I should write books about it. Then my other journal is just a yearly journal with some questions. I also used it from the Notion template, but I didn't answer any of it yet. But I want to do it this year and then again the next year, so I can see how much I grew or how much my view of things has changed. So I think this would be really interesting, but I didn't get to it yet. So that's everything for my personal section. After that are my finances. There I have a lot of money pictures and also this quote I really like. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. It just reminds me that I don't want to be like people. I don't want to only have money, because only money doesn't make you happy, I think. So there I have my budgets for 2021 and 2022. I also have a paper journal for the years before that, and I don't need it twice, I think. So I will just make for the future and the current ones in Notion. I also wrote down some spending rules, because sometimes I just spend a lot more than I want to. So I just made some rules I have to go through before buying something. Then I also have savings, because I want to save. Saving never is a bad idea. And because sometimes it's hard to get motivated to save, I have also sections for reasons why you want to save. There I have my future, stability and freedom. And I also have my online banking stuff there. So let's just go into one of those things. Budget, that's just all the months. Then savings is for the whole year, so there are my current savings. Then we can go to this. That's also part of the budget 2021, but it's 1 month only, so it's this month actually. And there just write down what date it is, what the title, what the money was for, if I did spend the money or if I did get the money. And then I also have space to write down what category it is, if it's for entertainment, if it's for fashion, for my phone, if I did buy food or something like that. And I also have a space to write down comments. For example, for this one I wrote down that I also spent money, but it wasn't my money, so I didn't count it as expense. Pretty much every month looks the same, but the other ones are mostly empty because they are in the future and I don't know how much I will spend in the future. Then I also have my goals for this month. Another quote I found on Goodreads that says, "We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like." And I really like that quote. And then this sentence is important. Only spending money if I need something, not if I just really, really want something. And if I say needing, I also need to know what I mean with need. So I made a section for that. What do I define as my needs? And then also I have what I want to spend money on and what I do not want to spend money on. And then I also have the next month, but that's empty. And then another picture and a little playlist that's money related. And that's everything to my finances. So let's go back to the homepage. Now next up is my week. There I have another picture and a little key. So this unticked box means that I have to do it still. A ticked box means that I have done it or it got cancelled. This arrow means that I moved it, so I have to do it on another day. And this line just means it's a reminder. So for example, there I had to move that I need to study. There I finished the video call on Teams. There is a reminder that the Circle season finale is on Netflix. And there are some undone things. So that's it for the week. And then I just have a little section about me. It's also just like a little journal entry. So first up I have what do I love about myself, because I think it's important to have self-love. Then what I'm thankful for, because in the pandemic I forgot how to be thankful and I started to have gratitude pages in my bullet journal to help with that. And I also wanted a little section for that in my Notion. Then after that comes what do I love about others. So not only what I love about myself, but also what I love about others. Then I also have what makes me fall in love with life, because that's also not as easy sometimes. And then last but not least is what motivates me, because sometimes I'm not really motivated, sometimes it's hard to get motivated, sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. So I made a little list on what motivates me, and as you can see, Notion also is a part of it. That's the whole homepage. So that's everything I have to say about my Notion. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched this video to the end and you would like to see me do an explained video about Notion, how it works, what it's for, what I use it for, more in-depth information about Notion, I can do that. But you can tell me, you can write a comment or something. Or if there is no one responding to it, maybe I will just do it on my own if I feel like it. So yeah, that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next.